Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. So we're between Christmas and New Year's now, but I'm going to keep talking about Christmas stories because I love Christmas stories because they always have a nice message. So I'm going to actually share two Christmas stories with you today, also from Chicken Soup for the Soul. This is called The Missing Stocking. Suddenly I felt my cheeks turn red with embarrassment. How could I never have noticed? Every Christmas, my mother enjoyed creating special memories and traditions for her family. Mom loved Christmas, the shopping, baking, decorating, the music, the gifts, even the hustle and bustle the season brings. Her enthusiasm was contagious, and that encouraged my brother, sister, and me to experience the joy and true wonder of Christmas. Although Santa came to our home, we were taught that the real reason of the season was to celebrate the birth of our Messiah, Jesus Christ. Many years have passed since I was a child, yet I can still smell the aroma of Mom's sugar cookies baking, as she prepared a special treat for her family and for Santa. These delicacies were a sure sign that Christmas Day was near. On Christmas Eve, my mother laid all our stockings under the beautifully decorated pine tree my father had picked out and cut down in the forest. Later, in the middle of the night, Santa filled the stockings. The next morning, we excitedly opened our gifts, leaving our Christmas stockings for last. Santa always stuffed our stockings full of tiny toys, trinkets, nuts, oranges, apples, and colorful hard candies in various shapes, sizes, and flavors. In my 20s, I went Christmas shopping with a friend. She began looking for a small gift to place in her mother's stocking. "You fix a Christmas stocking for your mother?" I asked. "Yes," she replied. "Every year I fill a stocking with little goodies and have it waiting for her on Christmas morning. I couldn't bear for my mother to not have a Christmas stocking, especially since she prepares one for everyone else." That's when I felt my cheeks flush with embarrassment. I realized my mother had not had a Christmas stocking for as long as I can remember. And even worse, no one had noticed her stocking was missing. My sister and I determined to start a tradition of our own that year. Excited, we bought jewelry, candy, socks, and an orange. We placed them in a small red stocking. Christmas morning, we snuck it under the tree while Mom was busy preparing breakfast. Eagerly, we waited to see Mom's reaction. She passed out everyone's stocking, then noticed an extra one. She picked up the stocking and read the tag, "To Betty Ann, love, Santa." Amazement crossed her face. "Is this stocking really for me?" We smiled and nodded. Tears glistened in Mom's eyes. "It's been so long since I've had a Christmas stocking," she said. "Thank you." Though I don't remember the gifts I received that year, I have never forgotten how thrilled my mother was to receive a simple red stocking. Seeing her reaction was the most precious gift of all, and once again she taught me about the joy and wonder of Christmas. That is indeed more blessed to give than to receive. My second story is called Caroling. Now, I'm sure that you have all been a part of a little caroling excursion around a neighborhood. I remember when I was a kid, we used to drive to all of our elderly shut-in neighbors, and then some of the other neighbors around them would come out to hear, and sometimes we would entertain 3 or 4 houses in one stop. But this story is a really sweet story about caroling. Nothing warms the heart quite like Christmas caroling. The holidays can be hectic, and the spirit of Christmas can easily become lost in the rush and worry of getting everything just right. 8 of us neighbors decided to take a much-needed break and spend an evening Christmas caroling with our children, setting out with the intention of lifting the spirits of other neighbors. We spread Christmas cheer until we were tired, cranky, and felt like popsicles. One more house, we decided, and piling into our cars again, spotted the perfect target. An elderly man sitting alone in his kitchen window. Seemed like he needed us. Pulling over, we parked our cars in front of his house and argued out about which songs to sing. Half of the children were either whining or crying about the cold, and the Utah snow seemed to have lost its sparkle, despite our good intentions. Finally settling on 4 songs for the man, we rang the bell and waited for him to open his door. Already thinking about getting the kids to bed and the work I had yet to do, I automatically started in on "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" with the others. But as the man stood in the doorway, his eyes filling with tears, my sidetracked thoughts came to a screaming halt. As we sang, I could hear the tears in many of my friends' voices, and my own voice caught, and my singing grew softer as I fought the tears myself. The elderly gentleman stood in his doorway, the ceiling fixture lighting his soft silver hair like a gentle halo. He clapped with delight as we finished the first song and glided right into the next. Warmth spilled from his home and out the door. He didn't seem to care, so happy he was with our visit. He seemed to personify the spirit of Christmas, and I felt a guilty twinge at my grouchiness. True joy began to fill my soul as I sang my heart out for this man. No one had greeted us with such enthusiasm and joy all night. No one had made us feel so welcome and so loved. Gratitude filled me like hot cocoa, and I was so thankful we were guided to this man. Finishing up with Silent Night, we sang with great love for our neighbor, and I heard his own shaky voice join in with ours. Tears streamed down my cold cheeks, and I knew not one of us would forget this man. Our song ended, and we all stood on his porch, no one willing to break the spell of this glorious moment. The man stood grinning through his tears as we grinned back through our own. Thanking us profusely and wishing us a Merry Christmas, he went back inside his warm home. His big grin and the tears on his cheeks, the last things we saw. We slowly and regretfully left the man whose spirit and tears made all the difference in our night, all the difference in our Christmas. Although he had sat alone in his window, looking as if he needed us, we had no idea how much we needed him. And what a gift to our group of carolers that man would be. In him, we found the true spirit of Christmas. This was written by Susan Farr Falnock. God bless you all. Have a great rest of your day, and may your own spirit be touched by special moments during this most blessed time of year.